Hey everyone, it's Rendrati Salas Lontiaco, and I am the creator of Not Done Yet, a column that embraces life after 50, and for some of us, it'll soon be 60. I'm doing the podcast in a different place today. I'm actually using my rehab area, which is essentially our basement. This is where I go to stretch. This is where I go to do my PT exercises. This is where I go to sit on the recliner and put up my leg and ice it, especially when it's a little painful. I had some good physical therapy sessions this past week. Okay, I'll talk about that in a minute. So for this week's podcast, I thought I'd talk about the column, which does discuss my recovery, but kind of focuses on the challenge of commitment, especially when it comes to doing things that are a little bit more difficult. Week 4 post-op was not the greatest week for me. I really thought it was going to be like, it's week 4 and I'm going to be pretty much, good, like not as much pain and everything will be progressing beautifully. But it didn't. It was a tough week for me. And when I did my physical therapy, I had actually 2 sessions back to back at the end of the week, which was probably a good thing. I didn't think it would be a good thing. And they don't normally do that. But I kept the sessions anyways. The physical therapist talked a lot about how progress for something like a knee replacement surgery is it's not a linear arrow going up. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. And that was really true in week 4. Yeah, it wasn't easy to go through it, but it was good hearing it, that everyone kind of goes through this. And then I just thought about funny thing. I thought about how I was having a conversation with my son when he started high school. And I talked to him about how I know this is a tough thing to visualize and think about right now, but you have goals for after high school. You talk about schools you want to go to and things you want to do. And unfortunately, the next 4 years, you need to take steps if you want those goals to materialize. For high school students, that's not always the easiest thing to get around when they tend to be very day by day and in the present, or at least my son. I know that there are others who are very focused on what comes after, but for my boy, it was definitely a challenge. It really was what you put into it is what you get. And that's kind of how I feel about this recovery. It's if I'm committed to getting better as soon as I can or as quickly as I can, then I need to be committed to the work and the effort that goes into it. And I thought about how that really just applies to almost anything that's worth doing. There's usually a bit of difficulty, and the strength is in getting through the ebbs, so you can flow. The cookbook I'm working on is about 4 weeks behind because I'm 4 weeks post-op. There are a lot of kind of decisions that I'm handing over to my husband because I just don't have the patience to deal with it right now. And that's just really, the reality. I am feeling a lot better now that that I am 5 weeks out. Definitely feeling better than last week. God, was that only last week? Oh my goodness. I am not the most patient human being in the world. Want things to just happen. If I'm putting in some hard work, then I want to see that become I want to see the progress. I want to see it happen. It doesn't always happen that way. I will say I am very good with, they measure progress, and Believe me, one of the first things I asked was what's the goal? Like, what's the end number? So that at least I know how I'm doing. And that's important to me. And I think that's important to a lot of people. And for something like this, it's easy to do, right? For something like the cookbook, that's also easy to measure. Okay, well, I'm on chapter 10 now, right? So I can chart progress. But there are some things that require commitment that aren't as easy to measure or chart. We think about things like, I don't know, a relationship, ebbs and flows. How do you measure? How do you chart? I guess level of happiness could be one, but it's the same principle. It's not easy. It's not always easy to commit or to stay committed. But if it's worth it, if you think it's worth it, then you'll do it. And there are days when you don't want to, and you'll figure out that, okay, 10% effort is better than 0% effort. And then you'll give yourself grace for when things are really hard and you just need to sit in the recliner and put up your feet. But that you won't stay there, because getting to the other side, hitting your goals, is that much more important to you. And yeah. So I know what my goal is. It's to be rid of this pain, to walk like a normal human being, to get rid of the stiffness, which my physical therapist said it will happen. It just won't happen for a while. So all in all, week 5 has been a good week. My progress has gone well. And yeah. And I feel good about where I'm at. Yeah. And that's it, really. So thanks for listening to this week's podcast. I'm actually posting last week's podcast, which I did do, but had no patience to post. So you get 2 in one shot. But I'll probably just put that online and not necessarily promote it. So if you want to listen to it or watch it, it'll be on the site. Thank you for listening, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.